give permission for this video recorded interview to be uploaded to YouTube?
Yes, I do.
Could you please tell me what your job title is and how long you have worked in your current position?
I am a second grade teacher, and I have been in the school system for 12 years.
Okay. And is that your total years you've been in education?
Yes, it is.
Would you consider the district that you work in urban, suburban, or rural?
Rural.
What are your reasons for teaching in a rural area?
I really enjoy children. I feel that I have a lot to offer the community. The area in which we live is a close-knit community, and we work as a team to educate our children.
Have you ever taught in an urban area?
No, I have not.
If given a choice, would you prefer to teach in a rural, suburban, or urban area? And can you give me some reasons why you would choose that area?
To be quite honest, I think that I would enjoy teaching in all three different areas. Although I have not taught, but only in the rural area, I think it would be challenging and interesting to dive into all areas.
Can you tell me about your school or district's ability to attract and retain quality teachers?
Our area offers a diverse faculty. They recruit from different states, and I think they try to get a wide range of teachers with different life experiences, and I think it reflects in our county scores.
Is there any time that you view this as a problem for your district, recruiting teachers, high quality teachers?
I don't believe so. I know in some aspects of that, as in all areas, it's kind of hard at times to find qualified math teachers and science teachers, but overall I would probably say no.
Do you feel that obtaining a teaching position is based on politics rather than your teaching ability?
In some cases, I do.
Can you elaborate on that?
I just feel like education leans a lot towards politics and politicians. Unfortunately, that is the case. Should it be that way? Absolutely not. Is it that way? Probably to a large degree it is. I feel it should be based on the educational background of its teachers, but nepotism is something that happens in the educational field, unfortunately.
What are colleges doing to prepare teachers to work in rural schools and handle the unique issues only found in these schools? For example, can you tell me maybe something you learned in college that helped you?
I really do not think that universities offer a lot of experiences out in the field. I think that a lot of the experiences that you learn as a new teacher is only when you go into the classroom, hands-on. I think that universities across the country need to improve with their teachers in this area. I don't think you get a good feel for what you're getting into until you step into the classroom the first day when you're on your own. So I would say that overall that needs to be improved.
What would you describe as something that has surprised you that you didn't learn while in college about working in a rural school?
I think that the lack of technology, I think the lack of parental support, I think that in the rural area, that we need to improve in those areas to promote our students in their educational field.
How has the enrollment in your district or school changed over the last 10 to 20 years?
I think we're seeing children enter school at a much earlier age. I think that unfortunately parents do not parent like they used to. I think that it's up to the teachers to be not only their classroom teacher, but their nurse, their parent, their guidance counselor. Unfortunately, children are sent to the school system with the parents expecting us to fill every role in a child's life.
What reasons do you think influences this change that you have seen with the children starting early?
I think that as parents, I think a lot of it has to do with the economy. I think two-parent households are a norm, where used to be it was a one parent that worked out of the house and the other parent was home with the child. I think that time crunch has played a role in it.
How has this change impacted the quality of educational services provided?
I think that it hasn't changed so much as the teacher side of it. I think it has changed as far as the children. I feel like children are put in a situation where they arrive to school early in the morning. In some cases, are not picked up till late in the evening after school programs. I feel that the parents do not do their part at home as far as helping children with their homework and guiding them in that way. I feel like children are stressed, that their schedule is too difficult for them. They're in too many activities, or in some cases latchy kids where they just go home and they don't have parental supervision.
School choice is popular these days, so how has your district been able to provide choice in a rural setting?
In a rural setting, I don't think you have the opportunities that maybe you would have in a suburban or urban area. The way the school system is, districts are divided. You're more or less not given a choice as far as where your child attends a school based on your where you live. So I think it is limited.
Do you think that in this case the inability to choose your school, do you think this has created any problems like overcrowding?
No, I don't believe so in the rural area.
There are probably those parents that get the ability to choose the school. Why do you think a parent would choose one school over another?
I would certainly think that it would be based on test scores, certainly. Unfortunately, I think in a lot of areas, more emphasis is put on sports, and if one particular school is more successful than another in the sports area, they'd rather their child go to that school. But I think it plays a role in test scores and in sports.
How is your school or district handling the influx of English language learners?
I feel that probably in the rural setting we're not totally equipped to handle them. I think that we need more bilingual teachers than we have in our school district, and that would be one area I think we could improve in.
How are ESL teachers used in the schools?
They are used to more or less one-on-one peer tutoring and in that type of situation.
Alright. Could you briefly describe the diversity in your school or district and what is being done in your school or district to foster cultural awareness?
Well, I think that we have a good program in our school system. Through the guidance program, I know that we try to be a diverse school, introducing a lot of different cultures. I know within the classrooms it is addressed, the cultural differences and appreciating the different cultures and what they like to, we try to address and educate the children on the different races and how each race is unique and special in its own way.
What evidence do you have that your efforts are helping all students and their parents feel welcome in your school when they're from a different cultural background?
Well, that is certainly very important, and we try to help them through the title program. We offer programs to help integrate those students into our schools. We also offer one-on-one counseling through our guidance department. I think the teachers are very sensitive and work with the parents to accommodate any issues that might arise with their child, and we try to be very self-conscious of their beliefs and their different backgrounds.
How do you implement culture into your curriculum?
I personally implement it through our whole language program. I make sure that not only during holiday times that it is certainly brought in, but throughout the year in social studies, math, science, we always try to reading. We always make sure that we integrate the different backgrounds, be it through words, books, art activities. I make sure that the children have a knowledge and a respect for different cultures.
Title IX was enacted several years ago to give boys and girls equal access to sports and other activities. Describe your school or district's implementation of Title IX. Tell me about how it is or is not followed. For example, what programs are available for boys and for girls? You can use your district too, not just your school.
They offer a lot of different programs through the school system with after-school programs for different activities, whether it's tutoring or sports-related. They are very aware of the needs, and this school year extensive training in that area has already taken place, and we are transitioning from our SPIs over to Common Core We're aware, we know it, we know what is expected. We've worked hard to address our lesson plans and our goals to transition. We plan on not only addressing a common core, but going deep into each common core given to us, and working towards implementing higher order thinking skills and going in depth into each common core standard to make sure that child not only comprehends but thoroughly understands a concept being taught.
Think about the brightest students in your community. Tell about what they do after high school graduation and where are they 10 years after they leave high school. And why do you think so many of them end up, if they do, why do they leave?
I think that we have a great percentage of our students that are high achievers have went on to become doctors and lawyers and judges and engineers, teachers. I feel like the school system has done and pat on their backs, have done an excellent job preparing these students for the future. And I feel probably in our rural area, the biggest reason why they leave the area is due to job opportunities that are not here as much as they are in the suburban and urban areas, and it gives them a broader opportunity to seek jobs in their trained field.
What would it take to keep those students from leaving upon graduation?
I think it would take expansion of more jobs right into the area. I know the Upper Cumberland does have a broad range of jobs for professionals, but overall I would say it would be job opportunities.
How do you think students are influenced by parents in regards to post-secondary education and or returning to their communities as adults? How do you think students are influenced by teachers in regards to post-secondary education and or returning to their communities?
Well, I certainly think teachers in the community always try to influence and try to instill in their students to spread their wings and fly, so to speak, and go out in the world and make a difference. I think as parents want their children to succeed, and in a lot of instances leave home and go out and find highly skilled jobs, maybe not 100%, but overall I think that there's a large percentage that appreciate their efforts and want them to go.
What would be needed in order for your school or district to provide college preparatory more courses to more students?
Well, I think in our area that is happening. There is a program through the Motlow State Community College that offers a program for their students to get up to 18 hours, I believe, towards college credit. So when they graduate high school, they already have a semester of college behind them. It is a program that is gaining a lot more interest by students and has been very successful.
What changes have you noticed in the number of students attending post-secondary institutions requiring remedial courses?
Well, I think that there is a large majority that do take remedials. Unfortunately, a lot of the time it's difficulty with their math skills, which, as we all know, in the state of Tennessee, our math scores are less than they need to be. But overall, it's an area that needs some improvement. I would say that I feel that the remedial classes should count, certainly, as points towards graduation. They're hard courses to take. I feel they work hard when they take these courses, and I think they should be counted towards electives.
What impact does media bias have on student and parent expectations?
Media plays a big role, I think, in bias. I think that they have an agenda, and that is to promote their ratings and their agenda for the news media. I think it does play a role, unfortunately.
What challenges do rural schools face due to the bias from state and national legislation?
I think it's a very difficult time for educators. I think that the governor has put too much pressure on the educational field in general. I think that we have officials that have never been educators, but yet they want to ride in on their boat and tell educators how to do their job when, in fact, they're not trained to be professional educators. I think that educators have, to some degree, became bitter of the situation the governor has put us in. I think that walk a day in an educator's shoes before you judge so harshly the job that we do. I think that it is a disgrace to our state that educators are valued so little.
Can you tell me about your district's ability to attract and retain effective administrators?
Normally, those positions, the administrators' positions, are filled within the school system. In some regards, I feel that should be the case. I know that is not always the case. Unfortunately, they care more about filling a coach's position and going outside the state to fill that type of position than they do in the classroom, which is unfortunately something that happens. But the norm is to fill it within the faculty in the county itself.
This goes sort of back to another question, but how much does politics play into the school system for teachers and administrators? How is this shown in a daily basis, or how does it affect your school?
It most certainly plays a role in daily basis. Unfortunately, politics are politics, and it's not always fair. It many times is based on the good old boy system and who you know. It is not always based on experience or education, which it should be based on. But yes, politics does rear its ugly head at times.
Of these three issues, school and parent aspirations, school and district capacity, or local control, which has the greatest impact on your students and teachers?
I would say parental involvement.
Positive or negative?
A little of both, I think. I don't think you could answer that either or. I think it plays a role in both positive and negative, depending on the attitude of the parents and the faculty.
What social forces affect or influence rural schools, and what cultural force affects and influence rural schools? Let's see. You can start with social forces that affect rural schools or influence it.
Well,
What role does community play in the running of your school or district?
community plays a very large part. I think, as the Parent Teacher Association, they work together with the school district to help implement programs, materials. The community plays a very strong role in helping with our school system in every way, financial, being supportive of the faculty and staff. It's very important.
If class sizes were increased in an effort to cut spending, what would be your argument to keep the class size small?
My argument would be you cannot do it all as an educator. You have to have time with every student one-on-one. You cannot expect every child to be educated well and not have the time to spend with that child. Every child is special. Every child deserves an excellent education. And as an educator, you have got to spend valuable one-on-one time with that student. And if they increase class size, that will go out the window.
What do you think, this is your final question, what do you think your community is most proud of about your school or district? Is it academics, sports, student behavior, or a culture of respect?
If I had to choose one, I think that it would be academics. I think we do good in all the areas, but if I had to choose one, I think it'd be academically. Our scores speak for themselves in our community, and we're very proud of that. We work hard to achieve that, and it's something we're very proud of.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.